Here's how it's done.
This is a big old slab of live edge walnut, and when you're laying out live edge, it's really hard to get the lines straight. This is where a little bit of experience in eyeballing something really comes in play, because you have no straight edges to measure your lines off of. But Dad's been doing this for about 50 years and he pretty much nailed this one. The top two lines are going to be outset, so we started with the profile bit to go around all of the letters. Now this is, in my opinion, easier to do than inset because you have a lot more room for error. Everything outside of those letters is going to be carved away, so you can take several different passes to get your lines straight. With inset, you don't really have that luxury. Now Dad's using our 90-degree bit to go around the outside of the letters. Now there's several different ways you can do this. What we decided on this one is to connect those two lines together and kind of make a shape around them and then take everything out inside that shape. What's important here is that you go at least 3/16 of an inch deep or 1/4 of an inch deep if you can. Now Dad's using our 60-degree bit to do these 1-inch inset letters. Now you can see that that bit is actually wider than the letters themselves. So this is where it gets a little tricky. You don't have much room for error. For me, small inset letters are definitely the most difficult thing to carve. But this Bookman font, luckily they're fairly wide, so these are a little bit easier than, say, the Clarendon letters. Now Dad's going to use the spiral upcut, our 1/8 inch, and he's going to carve out those hearts with a flat bottom because we're going to fill those with epoxy. When you're spraying live edge, it's important to tape off everything outside to keep any overspray from getting on that live edge because that's going to stay natural. Then once Dad sprays and it dries, he's going to use a 60 grit disc on the disc sander and a 120 grit disc on the random orbital to get all that black off of there. For the video, we showed one coat of clear, but in all reality, before we did our pouring, we had about 20 coats on here. You want to make sure that your finish is completely done before you do any epoxy pouring. Now we're going to do blue in one heart and red in the other. And this is actually the first time we've really done this type of work, and man, it turned out beautiful. That red and blue really pops on the dark walnut.
Everything we used here is over on our website, makerwoodsign.com. Go check it out.